we've given you tools to manage your privacy. We believe that privacy first requires good security. Below you'll find information about powerful features that help you make your devices and data secure, along with tips for avoiding phishing scams and keeping your account safe. We also think it should be easy to control what you share and with whom. So every Mac and iOS device comes with features that help you do just that. Secure your devices. To keep your iCloud account and other personal information secure, your Mac and iOS devices need to be secure as well. Here are a few ways to help prevent anyone but you from using your devices and accessing your information. Use a passcode on your device. The more complex, the better. Setting a passcode is the most important thing you can do to safeguard your device. You can use a simple 4-digit code, or set a more complex code for even greater security. This is an easy but effective method of creating a barrier between the information on your device and anyone who may have it in the event it's lost or stolen. Enable Touch ID. If you use an iPhone 5s or later, Touch ID provides you with the most technologically advanced fingerprint security. The actual image of your fingerprint is not stored anywhere, and is instead converted to a mathematical representation of a fingerprint that cannot be reverse-engineered into one. This mathematical representation is stored in a secure enclave within your phone's chip, and is never accessed by iOS or other apps, never stored on Apple servers, and never backed up to iCloud or anywhere else. Use Find My iPhone, iPad, and Mac. When you enable Find My iPhone, iPad, and Mac, it helps keep you connected to your device even if it's lost or stolen. You can see where your device is on a map, and where it's been, so your chances of finding or recovering it are dramatically improved. If you're unable to get your device back, you can also instantly erase your personal data. With iOS 8, if you choose to use iCloud when setting up a new device, Find My iPhone will be enabled automatically. Activation Lock, which is built into Find My iPhone, can prevent your iOS device from being reactivated without your permission even if you've already erased it remotely. This significantly reduces the incentive for someone to steal your device. Secure your Apple ID. Your Apple ID is the username and password you use to sign into most Apple services, including iCloud, the App Store, the iTunes Store, and more. Keeping your Apple ID secure is critical to all kinds of information including your calendar, contacts, email, photos, and even the backup files from your iOS device. Choose a strong, unique Apple ID password. Using a strong password is the most important thing you can do to help keep your account secure. Never use the same password for your Apple ID that you use for other internet accounts. And to make your password hard to guess, don't base it on information that others can easily find out about you. All new Apple ID passwords must meet industry standard criteria for strong passwords, and cannot have been used by you in the past year. Your password must have at least one letter, have at least one capital letter, have at least one number, not contain multiple identical consecutive characters, not be the same as the account name, be at least 8 characters, not be a common password, not be used in the past year. You can also add extra characters and punctuation marks to make your password even stronger. Make the answers to your security questions hard to guess. Apple uses security questions to give you another way to identify yourself if you've forgotten your Apple ID password. These questions should be ones that only you know the answers to. And like your password, the answers should be as hard as possible for someone to guess, so don't use any information that may be available about you publicly. Turn on two-step verification. Enabling two-step verification gives you a second layer of security for your Apple ID. Before you or anyone else can make significant changes to your account, like changing your Apple ID password, signing into iCloud, or making an App Store purchase on a new device, we'll send a special one-time code directly to one of your trusted devices. Unless this code is entered along with your password, access will be denied. Stay secure. Taking advantage of Apple's security features is an important step, but security is something you should always keep in mind when you use any digital device or online service. It's a good idea to review and update your security settings on a regular basis, and it's important to be on the alert for malicious attempts to compromise your information. Beware of phishing scams. Phishing refers to fraudulent attempts to get personal information from you, such as your Apple ID password or credit card information, usually through an email or text message. On the surface, it may appear to be from a legitimate company or individual, but it's not. If you receive what you believe to be a phishing email purporting to be from Apple, please send it to reportphishing@apple.com. Here are a few signs of a possible phishing attempt. The sender's address doesn't match the name of the company it's supposedly from. The message was sent to a different address from the one you gave that company. A link takes you to a website whose URL doesn't match the company's site. The message starts with a generic greeting like, "Dear valued customer." Most legitimate companies will include your name in their messages to you. The message looks significantly different from other messages you've gotten from the company. The message requests personal information like a credit card number or account password. Don't reply or click any links. Instead, go to the company's website, find their contact information, and contact them directly about the issue. An unsolicited commercial message contains an attachment. If you receive one of these, do not open the attachment without first contacting the company to verify its contents. Change your password periodically. Changing your Apple ID password on a regular basis will help you stay up to date with best practices for strong passwords, and it will help ensure that even if your password falls into the wrong hands, it doesn't stay there. If you've had your Apple ID password for a while, if it's one you've used before, if it's the same password you use for other online accounts, or if it's not particularly strong, then it's due for an update. If you ever have any reason to believe that your password may have been compromised, you should change it immediately. Pay attention to notifications about your Apple ID. We're serious about your security, so when we contact you about your Apple ID, it's for a good reason. When changes are made to your account, such as when you sign in for the first time on a new device, a payment method is updated, or your password has changed, Apple notifies you with an email or a push notification. Note that we do not use text messages or iMessage for this purpose. So if you receive a notification like this but you don't remember making such changes, it could mean that someone has wrongfully accessed your account. If that happens, go to My Apple ID to change your password immediately. If you need additional help, contact Apple support for assistance. Be aware of what you're sharing. Sharing certain information with apps and services can make your Apple products work even better. There are a number of settings that let you choose which information is shared, where you share it, and when it is backed up. It's important to know how your settings are currently configured and how you can easily manage them.